Welcome to Thought Crime and Keto Crime, where Tracy does the sleuthing so you don't have to.
Hey everyone. I always start the week thinking I got my 2 long-form, heavily researched videos out and then my 1 little Reddit read and I'm done. But it seems that every week here lately, there's some crime that I feel that I need to comment on because you guys want it, and I want to. I want to be your stop for true crime news and stuff like that. But this week has definitely been hard. It's been hard for everybody, and definitely hard for me. And I know for other people it's been even harder. So I just wanted to, first of all, ask everyone how you're doing. Are you holding up okay? Please feel free to let me know down below. I really care. Also, if you just want to have a chat or anything like that, I'm available. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. There's also my email address is in the information for my channel. Feel free to shoot me an email if you just need to talk. I do care about you guys, and I want you guys to... Anderson Cooper, I don't need to see you. I do want you guys to understand that I am your friend, even though I'm on the internet out here. I'm a real person, and I consider this a community where we can have good discussion. So feel free, as long as you keep it polite and everything like that, feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you about how you're doing. But it's been rough for me. I hate to see this country go through what it's been going through. I hated to see George Floyd die the way he died. That was awful, and one reason I wanted to address it in short, because I'm not going to do an in-depth video on this. We have been following this trial, or this case, from the minute it happened. So I don't think you need me to re-summarize it. But I will just kind of comment on the new information that's come out. We all know what happened to George Floyd. We know that an officer, Derek Chauvin, literally kneeled on his neck for 9 minutes and caused him to suffocate. We know that at first Derek Chauvin, who is here on the left, was the only one that was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter. That has now been upgraded to second-degree murder, which, unlike third-degree murder, has the element of intent, meaning he intended to kill that person, but there was no premeditation. Now, premeditation means it was thoroughly planned out. I don't think they'll charge him with first-degree murder because they want these to stick. They want something that a jury will actually convict on. I don't know if a jury would convict on first-degree murder unless they could prove premeditation. I know that they may have worked together at the same bar, but there's no evidence that they had any conflict and this was premeditated. So they would have a hard time proving the premeditation that goes along with first-degree murder, which is why they have moved it from third degree to second degree, because they can prove that he probably intended to kneel on his neck, and obviously from the videos that we've saw, did not care to get off of his neck even after other people were saying, hey, he can't breathe. Also, the other 3 officers that were involved, the one that was standing and talking to the crowd, the other 2 were actually on the flip side, also kneeling on Mr. Floyd. We have Alexandra Kuhn, Thomas Lane, and Tao Tao here are all being indicted for accessory to second-degree murder, and I'm sure there'll be some assault and other charges coming along soon. As far as I know, only a couple of them are in custody now. I'm sure the rest will be in custody very, very soon at the time that I'm taping this. So that's kind of where we stand. Also, Mr. Floyd's criminal record has, of course, come to light, as it always does, I guess, when judging someone's character. I don't care what he was doing at the time. He was murdered by this police officer, and these 3 were definitely accessories. That's plain as day. Anybody that can see that, it was police overreach. But he does have a criminal record, 7 felonies, has spent many years in prison. The last one was actually 2 of them were armed robbery. The last one was actually holding a pregnant woman by gunpoint while his friends searched her house. So we have to say it, that George Floyd wasn't a stellar citizen. Even when he was at the time of his death, he was apprehended with fentanyl, possible methamphetamine in his system and was passing what was believed to be a counterfeit bill. So he was doing wrong at the time of his arrest and the time of his death. However, that does not excuse the overuse of police force and police brutality that led to his death. I want that out there. But I'm all about honesty on this channel. And I have to say that, yes, we have to admit he was being arrested for committing crime. So that's one part. Second part is, however, if these cops had not, or these police officers had not overstepped their bounds with police brutality, he would still be alive and would just be facing whatever charges he was going to be facing. And that's the way it should have been. It should not have been complete overreach. I am interested to see how this will turn out. I hope they all get punished to the full extent of the law, but there are some extenuating circumstances. This gentleman, Mr. Officer Tao, was fully engaged with the crowd. Perhaps he'll get some leniency because he was engaged with the crowd and not really paying attention to what was going on. Another of these was a rookie that actually on some of the video is quoted as asking maybe we should roll him over, where the other two, the more veteran cops, said no, we shouldn't roll him over. I want him subdued. So there are some things going on. I think Chauvin and Alexander were perhaps more involved than Lane and Tao, but still, they all took an oath to defend the citizenry, and the citizenry was not protected in this case, and I hope they all get the book thrown at them. So anyway, that's kind of where this stands, and I will definitely keep you updated, as I'm sure local news and national news will. And also, I just put out a call for hopefully an end to the violent part of the rioting. I think it's been proven that not everyone is out for the cause. A lot of interviews caught on are saying that people are rioting and looting for money and other things. Those people are completely wrong. And I want people to realize there's a difference between the protester and a looter and a rioter. I stand fully with the protesters, absolutely. Police brutality is a universal humanity issue. And I think it's something that the police should put some more safeguards. I think the ability to whistleblow and be protected when you whistleblow should be built into the police oath, definitely. And I also believe that everyone has the right to due process, and we're not doing it right yet. So I think we will get there. I really do. But I do hope that the violence stops. We've had people killed, people wounded during the violence. That doesn't bring Mr. Floyd back. It doesn't help anyone. So as a citizen who loves this country and loves it, tries to love everyone in it, I would just like to see that stop. Anyway, but that's more opinion than fact, I suppose. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this very brief update, and please, please let me know how you're doing. I want to know what you think, and as long as you're polite and don't belittle anybody below in my comments, I'd like to know. I'd like to have a honest discussion where maybe we can better understand each other here, and that's what I hope. Anyway, that's all I have. I'll be back real soon with a couple of very long form research videos this weekend, and I hope you'll tune in for those. But until next time, Keto Comic.